Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at Plume Network, and this token or this project has been quietly getting, as you can see here, it has been doing pretty well. It does have a massive market cap of over 300 million, although the token is only available on very few exchanges, so that includes HTX, Get.io, Bybit, and it's not even available on the big ones like OKX, Binance, or even Coinbase. So that I think this is a pretty massive market cap if we look at the listings. And this coin is a very interesting one because if you look here, this is a smart contract platform. It is a layer 1. It is a real world assets project, and it is RWA protocol, as you can see here. And if you just look at its market cap, it's pretty big one, as you can see here. So I think it can be compared to Ondo at some point. It launched Ondo, as you can see here. Ondo did not do that well, but right after that it started to pump. Although Ondo did have a pretty big momentum from the start, but Plume didn't have that. But I think there's a potential big move, you can say, could come if they announce something more. But I think there is a hidden potential in the Plume if we see RWAs up. So I'm saying if RWAs go up, let's just say that Ondo starts pumping, I think the Plume will most likely pump as well. But given the situation with token, which is another big which was another big RW protocol, which just crashed overnight, given that situation, I think as of now the trust on RWAs is a bit less. So that could be one of the reasons why Plume is struggling a lot, as you can see here. So looking at the token or the platform itself, they have a massive ecosystem, as you can see here. They also have this is their ecosystem. So if you just go to the explore page, this is their ecosystem. It is a massive one. So users can do a lot, and they can also bridge from Ethereum to Plume as well. So looking at the Plume itself, I will just give you overview what it is. It is basically the on-chain home for the real world assets. Plume is a public EVM compatible blockchain built for the next evolution of the real world assets, RWAs. So they are just not tokenizing the assets, they are also creating seamless ways to use crypto like stake, swap, lend, borrow, loop, and more. So there are a lot of things that users can do. Why it stands out, as you can see here, they have a massive ecosystem, and they are growing slowly. So that's pretty big one. It is designed for RWA, so that's something interesting. And if you know that we have BlackRock, Blackstone, all of them are in the RWAs, so there's the possibility that RWAs could be a massive category in the crypto in the future. It is pretty big one as of now, but I think in the future it could be even more. So that could be the interesting thing that Plume is going for. Now coming to the very important point, which is the Plume token. So this is like any other layer 1 token. It is used for gas fees, governance, staking, ecosystem incentive, and real world yield generation. So basically, as long as Plume's ecosystem grows, the demand for the Plume is poised to grow. So that means in the future, if Plume is able to grow the ecosystem, we will most likely see a massive demand for the token, and that could actually push token's price higher. Although as of now it does have a massive market cap of 310 million. I'm not sure how much liquid is it, but still it is a massive market cap. So looking at the token allocation, it is a total supply of 10 billion, as you can see here. By total supply, I am not sure whether the supply is capped or not. There could be some inflation going on here, but they have not mentioned it, so it is very unlikely. Anyways, so I think it could be up to the community as well. But anyways, it has a 10 billion max supply. 20% supply was supposed to come out at launch. So if we just look at the token at launch, it came out in Jan, and as of now we have the circulating supply of 2.4 billion. That means we have additional 400 over 400 million new tokens in the market. And if we just look at their supply or their vesting schedule, as you can see here, we have token release estimates. So we have this foundation is getting their tokens slowly, so they could be cashing out and paying for different expenses, I believe. I think that could be the reason why the supply has increased. But by Jan 2026, the supply will be around 2.5 billion. At that time, we will see a massive release from early backers and core contributors. So that means there's a possibility that early backers and core contributors could actually take profit in 1 year. So basically in 6 months we will see a massive supply in the market. So that could be a big problem for the token. But if the early backers decides that they are not going to sell and core contributor decides that they are not going to sell, there won't be any sell pressure, but that is very unlikely, I think. So beside that, we have foundation slowly releasing token in the market. They could be basically paying for their businesses and something like that, I'm not sure. But again, this is how the tokens are allocated. So looking at its price, it's just trading in this range. So basically the token has been trading from 24 cent to 9.3 cent, as you can see, 24 cent to 9.3 cent, as you can see here. So I think as of now what we are looking at entry around 9.2 cent. If I'm interested in this coin, that could be pretty interesting entry point, or even 10 cent also seems to be pretty interesting one. So this could be a bounce back point for this coin, but you have to remember that there is no support here. So if price decides to go down, there is no way to know where the price will end up being. So that is something that you should be aware if you're looking into this coin. But overall, I think the project is very interesting, and if we look at their DeFi, the ecosystem is growing and the TVL is going up, so it should mean that the demand for the Plume should increase in theory. But there is something like this supply relief that you should also be aware about. Anyway, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching, and if there was any noise in the video, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, thanks for watching.